Respect. Every man craves it. Every man needs it. But few men know how to truly earn it. You see, women do not respect words. They do not respect empty promises. They do not respect men who fold under pressure. What they respect is mastery, self-control, disciplina, a man who governs himself as if he were an empire. If you want her respect, you must understand this truth. Respect is not given freely. Respect is commanded. Respect is earned through power, calmness, and restraint. Today, we are going to dive into the blueprint, the Stoic way, the art of mastering yourself so completely that respect follows you like a shadow. Stay with me until the end, because once you understand this, she will respect you instantly. Chapter 1. Why respect is everything. Respect is the foundation of attraction. Without respect, there is nothing. Not love, not loyalty, not desire. You can buy her gifts. You can write her poems. You can chase her endlessly. But if she does not respect you, she will never truly choose you. And here is the brutal truth. Most men don't lose women because they aren't attractive. They lose them because they aren't respected. The moment you beg, you lose respect. The moment you explode in weakness, you lose respect. The moment you make her the center of your universe, you lose respect. But the man who stands firm, the man who is disciplined, the man who can walk away without collapsing, that man earns respect instantly. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Respect doesn't come from asking for it. It comes from embodying it. Chapter 2. The Stoic Law of Control. There is one principle that separates respected men from forgotten men. Control. You cannot control her feelings. You cannot control her moods. You cannot control if she stays or if she leaves. But you can control yourself, and that is everything. The Stoics taught that life is divided into two realms: what is within your control and what is not. To focus on what is not in your control is weakness. To master what is within your control is power. Most men do the opposite. They obsess over her text messages. They panic when she grows distant. They beg for attention that is slipping away. But the Stoic man, he breathes, he waits. He chooses his actions carefully. He knows his mind is the only true kingdom he will ever rule. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to control her, you earn her respect because she feels the gravity of a man who governs himself. Chapter 3. Anger is a trap. Every man will be tested. Every man will feel the fire of anger rise in his chest. She will test you. Life will test you. Your enemies will test you. And the weak man, he explodes. He yells. He curses. He reveals his lack of mastery. But the Stoic man does not give his power away so easily. He knows anger is a trap. It makes you reckless. It makes you predictable. It makes you lose the respect you fought so hard to earn. Seneca warned, anger, if not restrained, is often more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. A man who cannot master anger will always be a slave to it. And no woman, no follower, no warrior respects a slave. Control your anger, and you control the battlefield. Lose it, and you are defeated before the fight begins. Chapter 4. The Cost of Losing Your Cool. Let me tell you a story. A man I once knew had everything. The looks, the charm, the presence, but he lacked one thing: control. One night, after a heated argument with the woman he loved, he shouted words he could never take back. In that moment, years of respect crumbled. She looked at him not as a man, but as a child throwing a tantrum. From that night forward, the relationship was never the same. That is the cost of losing your cool. It destroys respect instantly. It paints you as weak, unstable, emotional. And once respect is gone, no amount of apologies can bring it back. Women can forgive mistakes. They can forgive flaws. But what they cannot forgive is weakness in a man. So guard your composure like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Chapter 5. Fear and the Prison of the Mind. If anger is one enemy, fear is its twin. Fear makes men beg. Fear makes men cling. Fear makes men chase when they should walk away. Fear of losing her. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being enough. And fear is the enemy of respect, because the man who fears cannot lead. He cannot protect. He cannot inspire. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Fear chains you. It locks you in a prison where you obey your emotions instead of commanding them. The Stoic man faces fear head on. He does not deny it. He does not hide from it. He confronts it, accepts it, and then walks through it. And the moment you show a woman that fear does not govern you, she respects you instantly, because courage is rare, and courage is irresistible. Chapter 6. Desire, lust, and the weakening of men. Desire is natural. Lust is natural. But when uncontrolled, they destroy men. How many kings have fallen because of lust? How many warriors lost their strength in pursuit of fleeting pleasure? How many men today are enslaved to their own desires, chasing women who do not even respect them? The truth is simple. The man who cannot control his desires will be controlled by them, and no woman respects a man who is enslaved by his cravings. Stoicism teaches us restraint, not the denial of pleasure, but the mastery of it. Enjoy beauty, appreciate intimacy, but never lose yourself to it. When you demonstrate that you are not desperate, when you can walk away instead of chasing, when you show her that she is not your addiction, she respects you instantly, because restraint is strength, and strength is attractive. Chapter 7. The Stoic Warrior's Calm. Imagine a battlefield. Chaos everywhere. Swords clashing. Arrows flying. Men screaming. Now picture one warrior. Calm. Focused. Breathing slowly. Eyes sharp. That is the man who survives. That is the man who commands. That is the man who earns respect without saying a single word. Life is a battlefield. Relationships are a battlefield. And the men who lose themselves in panic, in jealousy, in desperation, they fall. But the man who keeps his calm, he wins. The Stoics practice this every day. Meditation, journaling, reflection. They train their minds to remain still, no matter the storm. And when a woman feels your calmness in her presence, When she sees you unshaken by her moods, her tests, or her silence, she respects you because calmness is power. Chapter 8. Silence as Power. Most men fear silence. They fill it with noise, with explanations, with excuses, with endless words that strip away their authority. But the Stoic man understands. Silence is power. When you are silent, you force others to reveal themselves. When you are silent, you show that you are not desperate to be heard. When you are silent, you create gravity. Women respect the man who does not rush to speak, the man who is comfortable with silence, the man who knows his words are valuable and therefore rare. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the best answer to anger is silence. When she tests you with words, when she tries to provoke you, when she waits to see if you'll beg or explain, silence wins every time. Chapter 9. Pain as the greatest teacher. Pain is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. Every scar you carry tells a story. Every betrayal you've endured has shaped your wisdom. Every heartbreak has carved strength into your soul. Yet most men run from pain. They drown it in distractions. They numb it with shallow pleasures. They avoid the lessons it carries. But the Stoic man leans into pain. He asks, "What is this pain trying to teach me?" And then he listens. A woman respects the man who has been through pain and has grown stronger because of it. Because pain, when mastered, becomes presence. It becomes depth. It becomes the unshakable foundation that no storm can destroy. Never hide your scars. They are proof you survived. And they are the silent language of respect. Chapter 10. Building Mental Armor. Every warrior wears armor. Without it, he is exposed, vulnerable, weak. The same is true for your mind. Every day, the world attacks your mental state. Social media, news, gossip, endless noise trying to invade your peace. If you do not build mental armor, you will collapse under the pressure. But if you forge it daily, nothing can break you. Mental armor is built through habits, meditation, disciplina, purpose, routine, and above all, reflection. A woman respects a man who has this armor because it makes him steady. It makes him reliable. It makes him trustworthy. When you are unshaken by chaos, your presence commands respect. Not through force, not through begging, but through being unbreakable. Chapter 11. The Discipline of Daily Practice. Discipline is not a one-time event. It is not something you do when you feel motivated. It is the foundation of a man's life. Without discipline, you are a leaf in the wind pushed by every desire, every distraction, every temptation. With discipline, you are a mountain unmoved, unshaken, unbreakable. Women may admire your charm. They may enjoy your humor. They may even be drawn to your energy. But they respect your discipline. Discipline shows that you are not ruled by impulse. Discipline proves that you command yourself. Discipline reveals that you are a man of order in a world of chaos. Wake early. Train your body. Sharpen your mind. Master your time. The man who lives with daily discipline does not need to ask for respect. It radiates from him. It defines him. It is him. Chapter 12. Why weak men collapse in chaos. Chaos exposes men. It strips away illusions. It reveals who you really are. When everything is going well, any man can appear strong. Any man can smile, laugh, and lead. But when life burns to the ground, that is when you see the truth. Weak men collapse in chaos. They panic. They complain. They crumble under pressure. Strong men rise in chaos. They breathe. They adapt. They lead others through the fire. And women, they watch closely. They test you not with words, but with storms. And when they see you stand tall in the fire, they cannot help but respect you. Respect is not built in comfort. It is forged in chaos. Chapter 13. The man who masters himself masters the world. Every empire begins with one man mastering himself. Alexander, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, they all understood this truth. Before you command others, you must command yourself. If you cannot master your anger, how will you lead a family? If you cannot master your desires, how will you control your destiny? If you cannot master your fears, how will you conquer your enemies? The man who masters himself masters the world, and this mastery is magnetic. It is undeniable. It is the silent force that makes others follow without being asked. A woman respects the man who governs himself with discipline. Because he does not need her validation, he does not beg for her approval. He commands his own kingdom, and she wants to be part of it. Chapter 14. Leadership through control. Leadership is not about titles. It is not about money. It is not about charm. Leadership is about control. The man who can control his emotions controls the room. The man who can remain calm under pressure controls the moment. The man who does not react impulsively controls the future. A woman does not respect the man who always follows her lead. She does not respect the man who changes direction based on her moods. She respects the man who sets the course and stays the course. Leadership is not dominance. It is stability. It is vision. It is responsibility. When you take control of yourself, you naturally lead. And leadership commands respect instantly. Chapter 15. The warrior's path of detachment. Attachment is the silent killer of respect. The more attached you are, the more desperate you appear. The more desperate you appear, the less respect you earn. Detachment is not about coldness. It is not about cruelty. It is about strength. It is the ability to say, I want you, but I do not need you. It is my choice to stay, but I can walk away. My happiness does not depend on you. It depends on me. This is the warrior's path. To love without losing yourself. To give without begging in return. To stay strong whether she stays or goes. And nothing commands more respect than this. A man who could walk away at any moment, but chooses to stay because he is sovereign, not dependent. Detachment is the ultimate power, and power commands respect. Chapter 16. How to break emotional addiction. Most men are addicts, not to substances, not to alcohol, but to emotions. They crave her attention like a drug. They depend on her approval like oxygen. They live and die by her validation. This is emotional addiction, and it destroys respect. Why? Because the man who is addicted is weak. The man who is addicted is controlled. The man who is addicted is not free. The Stoic breaks this addiction. He creates a life so full of purpose, discipline, and mission that he does not need anyone to complete him. When you show her that your emotions are not chained to her actions, when you prove that you are whole without her, she respects you, because freedom is strength, and strength is rare. Chapter 17. Modern Tests of Masculinity. Today's world is full of hidden tests. Society tests you. Social media tests you. Women test you. These tests are not always spoken. They are subtle. They are constant. And they are powerful. Will you react when she pulls away? Will you chase when she ignores you? Will you beg when she withholds her affection? Most men fail. They break under the pressure. They reveal their weakness. But the man who stands firm, the man who does not chase, the man who stays rooted in discipline, passes the test. And passing these silent tests earns respect instantly, because she sees you as a man of strength in a world of weakness. Chapter 18. When silence defeats insults. Every man will be insulted. Every man will be tested by disrespect. The weak man responds with anger. The insecure man responds with begging. But the Stoic man, he responds with silence. Nothing destroys an insult faster than indifference. Nothing commands more respect than refusing to be baited. Because insults only have power if you acknowledge them. They only sting if you accept them. But when you smile, remain calm and stay silent, the insult collapses into nothing. A woman respects the man who does not fight for every word. She respects the man who does not explain himself unnecessarily. She respects the man who knows silence is the ultimate weapon. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. And control commands respect. Chapter 19. The final trial of the Stoic. Every Stoic man faces a final trial, the trial of walking alone, because there will come a time when she leaves, when friends betray you, when family doubts you, when the world seems against you, and in that moment, you will be tested. Will you crumble? Will you beg? Will you chase what is already gone? Or will you stand firm, silent, calm, unshaken? The Stoic warrior knows respect begins with the ability to stand alone, to be complete within yourself, to walk the path even when no one walks beside you. Because the man who can endure solitude is the man who can command respect everywhere. Chapter 2. Becoming unbreakable. Respect is not built in a day. It is built in every choice you make. Every time you control your anger, you build respect. Every time you remain calm under pressure, you build respect. Every time you lead with discipline instead of impulse, you build respect. Every time you show detachment instead of desperation, you build respect. Respect is not in her hands, it is in yours. And when you master yourself, respect follows you like a shadow. This is the path of the Stoic man. This is the blueprint of unbreakable power. And this is the truth. She will respect you instantly if you master this. If this message spoke to you, if you are ready to rise as a Stoic man, if you are done chasing and begging and ready to command respect, then this is your time. Hit that subscribe button. Join the brotherhood. Leave a comment below and tell me the one area of your life you are mastering right now. And share this video with a man who needs to hear this truth today. Discipline is your weapon. Stoicism is your strategy. And respect will follow.